Alright guys, today we have a very fun video. Today we are installing these bad boys. These are the Whiteline upper control arms for the rear of the 11th gen Honda Civic Si. Now why adjustable control arms? Why go for this when you can get a cooler mod like intake or I don't know, an intercooler, something like that. These are essential to dial in your alignment, especially on the 11th gen Civics. So as you can see, you can actually adjust the length of this piece here, which therefore adjusts the camber in the rear. So what this will do is attach to the top of the wheel, and as you extend this out, it'll actually take the top of the wheel and push it outward away from the vehicle. Or shorten it and it'll take the top of the wheel and suck it in toward the vehicle, increasing negative camber or decreasing negative camber. Anyway, enough with the yip yap, enough with the talking. Let's get to it. All right guys, make sure you have the suspension loaded up a little bit. I have a jack under this rotor here. There are two bolts. You have one here. You have the actual bolt head over here, and you have a nut over here. It's a 17 millimeter. So let me show you how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take my box end wrench. It's a 17 millimeter, like I said. And I'm gonna put it on the nut end here. And then you have your 17 millimeter ratchet. Make sure it's on loosen. Put it on the actual bolt head here. Oops. Suspension's loaded up. I have my wrench, I have my ratchet. You're just going to twist. So you're gonna hold your wrench still and twist your ratchet. All right, cool. Bolt one. Oh, maybe. There it is. Bolt one done. That's a big ass bolt. My goodness. And then to make sure you don't lose anything, put the nut at the end of the bolt, just like that. All right, one down, one to go. The next one is a bit of a pain. Let's see if we can show you. Okay, so I'm currently under the car. You can see the upper control arm here. I got my flashlight on there. So if you follow it, under the car, all the way, you can see that bolt way up there. That one right there. That's what we have to get at. I was able to get to that bolt. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I just have a 3/8 drive ratchet, and I stuck it in between the upper control arm and the subframe there with a shallow socket, a shallow 17 millimeter, and I was able to get all the way up there. And it doesn't look like you have to hold this end. You just need to put something on the bolt head and twist it. You don't have to hold the nut. I think the nut is welded on. I got that bolt mostly loose. I just used that ratchet trick I showed you, so put it in between these rear subframe and the control arm down here. Kind of fish it up there, and you can get to it. I used a regular, like, shallow socket, not a deep well, 17, 6-point, and the ratchet I used was this guy here. It was a flex head. So it allows you to get up in there and kind of flex it just to the right angle to get to it. So I have it pretty much all the way loose. I don't even know if you can see it. Now the tricky part's going to be somehow trying to get it out. That, I am not entirely sure how I'm gonna do. I will come up with a solution and let you guys know. I have the bolt loose enough where I should be able to just pull it right out. If I can get my hand back there. There it goes. Come on, baby. Oh god, I'm gonna have to pull it out with a wrench or something, aren't I? Oh, there it goes. Jesus, that's long. There it is. Woo! Alright, I have both bolts out. Let's see if this control arm just kind of comes out. That'd be lovely. Oh my god, it does. Let me lower this jack. Nice and slow. Now let's get this control arm. Ah, oh, damn it. The inside's out. Now I gotta pry this outside part out. Let me grab a hammer. A little mallet never hurt anyone. There she goes. Come on, baby. You're close. Whoa. Success. All right, once you got your Whiteline stuff lined up, oh shit. Once you get it lined up good, you should have a bolt. You should be able to bolt in to both sides. It just means it's matched up to the same size, roughly. There it goes, so the bolt sinks in. So I have it roughly at the same size. So now I'm going to lock this end in place using my big ass wrenches. All right guys, we're on the other side now. And this first bolt was real easy. This one back here, you're gonna want an offset wrench here. Let me show you. You're gonna want something like this. It's really, really hard to get at. I will show you, but an offset 17mm wrench like this will help you tremendously. So there's the bolt I got to get at way back there. And this, you can see this black metal piece is right in the way. So the best way to get at it is an offset wrench just like this. And then you can slide it right on and break it loose this way. And I've been going just a turn at a time. Just take it slow. Every quarter turn is a quarter turn closer to being done. Alright, I got this one all lined up, sized up kind of where it needs to be. What I learned from the other side is make sure you do this inner part first, so line this part up first before you try to line up this outside part. I'm going to get a bolt loosely through here, and then I'm going to line this part up. Also, while you're trying to install this, make sure you have the suspension loaded up a little bit. If you don't, it's going to be a pain in the ass to try to line up. So that's why I have this jack over here. I'm just going to lift the rotor up a little bit, just enough to line up this part right here. So let's see if I can show you. Alright, I have the inside threaded in just a little bit, so now we're going to have to line this guy up. The way I find best is just take a little rubber mallet and kind of give her a couple taps. Alright, so I got it kind of lined up. You can kind of move the rotor wherever you need it to go, and then you can line up that bolt. There it is. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, the job is done, and I just got back from my test drive, and it feels great. There is one thing I noticed though, and if you look at the rear wheel here, and then compare it to the rear wheel over here, the alignment is completely cooked, which is to be expected, you know, of course it is. So definitely gonna get this thing aligned. I already have an appointment at an alignment shop, so that's good. I'll keep you guys updated with that one. As for my initial impressions and first thoughts of everything with these Whiteline control arms, they feel good. They were pretty easy to install, probably because I've done it once before, but they do feel good. They are a little bit stiffer, and you can see the camber's completely cooked, like I said, but with that alignment and everything, it'll look really good, and I think it's going to feel great. Like I said, it feels good right now, a little more responsive, maybe a little bit stiffer, but definitely no complaints so far. This is how it's sitting right now before the alignment. It'll actually probably look a little bit lower after the alignment because it'll straighten up that back wheel. But yeah, so this is the Swift springs and the Whiteline control arms on the 11th gen. This is how it looks. Looks great. I think this thing sits really perfect now. It's not too low, not super aggressive, but you know, you can definitely tell it's lowered, and it looks really nice.